It's good you have freed Tyr, but you must now do the same for Heimdall. You can find him through the door behind me.
Okay, so of course I replaced this character with Shazam. It's a very good character, models from Netflix. He just told me to go save Heimdall. So I guess we'll be moving forward from this point. We'll be utilizing the same Thor Ragnarok team. And again, for some weird reason, they killed off 2 of my characters when I switched over to this portion of the story. Yeah, let's just move forward. He said behind him. This one here. Okay, I have no idea what he's talking about. Let's go figure out. I'm guessing Heimdall's entrance is over here. I don't know why he said behind him. That was weird. Okay, let's figure out how to get to Heimdall, I guess. What's this? Bifrost Bridge Gate. That's definitely not it. I probably should revive my team if they allow me to, or switch my team out. I don't know why they keep killing off 2 of my characters like that. This is weird. Say, okay, they allowed me to revive them. Let's save it, just to be safe. Where were we? Were we here? I think we were here. Okay, we'll be moving forward from this point. I, of course, did some backtracking for the last video. This is my second video I've made today. And in a previous video, I may have recovered some of the same, I guess, territory that I've already went through in regards to the story and stages. If that's the case, I will not be using the previous video, and I will just be using this one. So that would explain why I'm carrying forward from this point. World of Asher. This might be where I need to go. Yeah, with me replacing every NPC, and on top of that, also the playable characters with the textures from the 2016 remastered version, makes this game leaps and bounds better than any other Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. Odin's Courtyard. Maybe this is where Heimdall is? And I absolutely love it. Yeah, okay, so now we can move forward. Sweet. Let's go save Heimdall, you guys.
Halt! You shall not pass!
Really? You shall not pass? Really? Lord of the Rings, anyone?
I have found them!
Next time, I'll tear you in half!
What I love about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 is the ability to switch up your combos. This is by no stretch a button masher, given that there's so many different variations for your combinations that you can do. And on top of that, the plethora of powers that you can actually cycle through, like so. This game, I'm telling you guys, this game is perfect. If you ever want to play or get into a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game, I advise you to get into Part 1 first. And if you do get into Part 1 and you aren't the owner of a PC, I highly advise you to get the version and modify it yourself. To your liking, of course. The base game itself is actually fine. I'm just not a fan of the models themselves. Given that it's past the year 2000, graphically it looks very outdated. So, you know, I took the proper precautions and I went back and accordingly switched out what I needed to. What is that about? Oh, the door. Cool. Yeah, but long story short, I love this game from every aspect. I probably already mentioned this, but for the Hulk, I altered his power style, the hero stat for him, his size. There's a plethora of things I just modified. Him having the ability to stomp the ground like that is actually a booster. This ground pound is a booster. A plethora of his powers are actually from a booster. Everything about this character is just amazing. He's, of course, the strongest there is in the game. And, of course, second to the Hulk is Thor. in regards to strength. I know in the movie there was a point where he beat Hulk in fisticuffs. Keep in mind that he only did that in what I would affectionately call a rage mode, which is actually featured in this game. He has the ability to go into his rage mode.
You made it farther than the rest, but you're gonna regret that. Dark magic will destroy you.
My apologies. But yeah, Thor strength-wise is second to the Hulk. And I know in the movies there was a point where he defeated the Hulk in fisticuffs. But with that being said, he only defeated him because of his rage mode and or harnessing or taking control of his full power. That ability is in this game as one of his moves. It's just like the movie. He gets lightning effects and etc. And he's a lot faster and a lot stronger. So that compensates for the Hulk being slightly stronger than him in this game. I wonder if this is a puzzle. This is lit up for some weird reason, and it seems like it's breakable. Yeah, this might be a puzzle. Maybe the enemies stop coming when you break these. As you can see, when you play with Thor, I wonder if that was a sound glitch.
No one beats Hulk.
Oh, I'm sorry, but as you can see, when you play with Thor, you actually feel like you're playing with a god. He is very strong. He has very high defense. He is, of course, he's very powerful. I just mentioned that, but he's also extremely fun to play with. I thought maybe there'd be like some talking or a cutscene here. Yeah, but Thor's extremely fun to play with. Him having the ability to fly helps me out too, because there's points where I have to double jump or points where I have to get up to higher areas, and I can just fly up to him. I don't know, it's just more simplistic. Makes him more interesting to play with. As you can see, I have these Shokan male, or rather Goro models from Mortal Kombat put in here. There is more than one person from Goro's race. I think in the movies, Goro is actually the prince of the Shokan, and I think he's the last of his kind in the Outworld, which is why he's so special.
That's the best you can do.
Okay, I take it I have to shift these statues. This is pointing to the west. Assessing they want to point the statue to the west. Of course, it's a full rotation. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, but if you're new to my videos, you'll notice quickly that I made the choice to intelligently integrate as many different franchises into this game as I could. Not only are aesthetically the models a lot better than the default models from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, but it's also more interesting given that it replaces all of the jobbers, for lack of a better term. I hate seeing characters I'm not familiar with in this game, and if I do see a character I'm not familiar with in this game, I'd rather them have a really good model to compensate. But I digressed. Okay, I mentioned that Thor is in fact stronger than the Hulk strength-wise, according to the MCU. I modified his power style, his hero stat, etc., just like the Hulk, just like all of the characters in my roster. The person playing the Hulk in the movies is Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is taller than 6 feet. So with that being said, in the hero stat, I actually had to do slight tinkering to the hero scale for every character in my roster to make them the appropriate sizes. One of the most outstanding things you guys will notice when I select him in the future is for Wolverine. Wolverine is actually 4 foot something in the comics, but in the movies he's played by Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is more than 6 feet tall. He's a very big man. So with that being said, in the hero stat, given that most of the models that I utilize for Wolverine are in fact Hugh Jackman, I modified his scale to make him seem taller than the characters he should be. That among other things. Just long story short, scale wise, these characters are absolutely perfect. One of the most outstanding things, I may have mentioned this previously, is the Hulk. Look at the size of the Hulk. In the books, the Hulk is at least 10 feet tall. I noticed the default game, the 2016 release of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the Hulk character model was actually the same size as everyone else, which was a no-go. So as you can see, I went back and affectionately modified each one of them and have the scales appropriately changed, not modified. Sorry for the redundancy.
Halt.
It's real good. Shokans, I love these Shokan NPCs. Again, you'll notice points in the game where I simply didn't replace the pictures and or portraits for NPCs and or non-playable characters that I chose to replace the models for. That being because there are instances where you attempt to replace the portraits and it simply doesn't work. Of course, that's not because of the base game. That is because I have a mod in here called the Gold Edition mod, which increases my character roster to more than 30 characters, and I'm not taking that out of my game. I love having the option of picking a crap ton of different characters. If I can find a workaround for that in the future, or if that mod is updated in the future, I will be sure to integrate it into my game, therefore relieving me of the stress of not having the ability to replace certain portraits for non-playable characters. I'm trying to figure out where to go from here.
Destroy them.
Again, Thor is so fun to play with. He is so powerful in this game. I can't even compare his gameplay to the Hulk. I want to say playing with Thor is just as fun as playing with the Hulk, but it's not. The Hulk is really fun to play with too. The Hulk is like a more destructive version of playing with Thor. Thor is more specific, more direct with his attacks. The Hulk, when you play with him, you'll notice he obliterates everything on the screen. He's more of a knockback and knockdown character, while the Thor is more of a power user. He still has this wide area effect move here, but the Hulk, almost all of the Hulk's moves are wide area affecting, and they're just devastating. Which goes back to what I was saying earlier. The Hulk is supposed to be epic. And I tried my best to make him as accurate to the comics as I could. Enhanced damage, of course, why not? I can't see. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm going to spam this attack because I can't see what's going on. Let's try to clear out some of these enemies. Okay. A little overwhelmed there. Oh, yeah, but Thor is a very powerful character in this game, and I absolutely love playing with him second to the Hulk in regards to strength. They're, of course, not the only characters that I chose to modify in the hero stat. I've also modified the characters that needed the appropriate strength adjustments. A good instance of that is Spider-Man, for instance. Spider-Man is a very, very strong character. People don't know this, but Spider-Man can catch a car with his bare hands. There's even scenes in movies where he has stopped trains with his webbing. I mean, come on, guys. You can't make him as weak as he was in the default or base game. So I went back and, of course, fixed him. That among other things. I try to take into consideration characters that are just human will have human strength. Characters that are mutated will be slightly stronger than the human characters. And characters that have any other supernatural things about them, a good example being Blade, being a vampire, will be slightly, or rather, well, okay, well, they'll be drastically stronger than human counterparts. Where do I go from here? But yeah, long story short, in the hero stat, I've modified the characters strength-wise and power-wise appropriately. Not sure where to go from here, though. I'm looking at the map, and the map says... See the red arrow on the map? But it's way over there. How do I get over there? Let's just move forward. Hopefully this will take me in a circle or something. Okay, good. So I wasn't really sure here.
Attack them!
Previously, I had a modification in here that made more enemies spawn. I took that modification out, given that that modification seems to cause white mannequins to populate in the stage and simply stand around. It doesn't happen in the earlier stages, but as you get further or progress to this point in the game, it starts to happen. So, of course, I had to take it out because that's a glitch that I absolutely can't overlook. Wow, she's very strong. There we go. Gave her some head. Pause. Alright, where do I go from here?
The humans are here! Okay, she got wrecked.
as I said earlier, in combination with my reshade, these models, I've replaced every NPC and playable character. These models look they look beautiful in this game. Jeez.
One this time.
I'm the Hulk. You kidding me? You don't knock down the Hulk. I knock you down.
No one beats Hulk. We shall protect the realms.
Heimdall. I have Heimdall on my roster, and I'm currently saving Heimdall. I think the model I use for Heimdall in-game for the NPC is actually the Marvel Heroes model. And this model that I'm using is the most concurrent version from, I don't know, in Infinity War or Ragnarok, whichever one you want to pick. I don't have really an excuse. Or rather, I can't vouch for myself having Heimdall in the game twice. I guess I could use the time travel thing. I guess that makes sense. Given that's something that was introduced in the in-game movies. Hey, I just broke the wall. Cool. Wonder what's down there. Heimdall and/or Idris Elba is, of course, one of my favorite characters. That being second to Blade. I love Blade. He's a really cool Marvel character. He's so underrated in my opinion. And of course, his introduction by Wesley Snipes into the cinematic universe was absolutely brilliant. I can't see anybody replacing Blade. And trust me, Marvel has attempted to replace Wesley Snipes. They were all failed attempts. Trying to figure out where to go from here. Okay. Blocked off. Okay. So they've taken those pieces. Okay, so murder these 3 chicks. Got it. Heimdall stat-wise, in the hero stats, the power style, etc., I've modified his strength. He's very strong. Of course, strength-wise, he is second to Thor. Thor is supposed to be infamous for being one of the strongest characters in Asgard. Of course, second to his father, Odin. So, I, of course, made Heimdall extremely close. What stands out about Heimdall is his ability to see everything in the universe. If it exists, Heimdall can and has seen it. Think of him as a watcher, but on a different scale. He is, of course, the controller of the Bifrost Gate. The Bifrost Gate is basically like, think of it as like a rainbow bridge that goes from Asgard to his gate. A portal. Think of it as a transportation portal that Heimdall controls with his sword. Lack of a better description. She took a lot of work to kill. That was weird. This version of Heimdall with the dreadlocks and the brown clothes and or armor is absolutely the coolest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. When I first saw Heimdall in the movie, I think the first movie he was featured in was actually Thor. When I saw Heimdall, I fell in love with his character design. Not only did they change his race to an African American, which I don't find strange, given that his skin tone in comparison with the beautiful gold armor he was wearing was absolutely amazing. And then they chose to change Heimdall and give him these brown clothing and the dreadlocks and a freaking, well, it's the same, yeah, he's always fought with a sword, but they gave him this old grungy Lord of the Rings looking sword to fight with. This Heimdall is absolutely amazing. I hope that's not the Bifrost Gate sword. Hope I didn't fool by that. Pretty sure this sword model isn't the sword that he used on the Bifrost Gate, even though it could be. Freaking Doctor Strange changes the enemies into boxes. I just noticed that. Although it's actually kind of funny. I've grown to like Doctor Strange though. In my previous videos I said I hated him, which I did, but I guess over time I've grown to like him. He's a pretty cool character, and I like his actor. Okay, it just showed that weird thing, so I guess I can do the team activation over there. Let's try it out. It didn't work for me last time for whatever awkward or strange reason. What's going on here? Is this where the activation thing is? Did they just... Oh, could have sworn Hulk was behind that gate. Alright, another puzzle. I apologize. I apologize if the P sound I just made blew out the mic or something. I'm actually using my hand mic. It's a lot clearer, it's a lot better. But they're I'm pretty sure it's really loud sound wise in comparison to my previous
The humans are here.
microphones. Where's this go? This is an interesting puzzle.
Remind me of puny banner.
I swear Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 is littered with a plethora of different types of puzzles. I love this game, man. I play this game so much, man. I can't count on my hands and feet how many times I've beaten this game. It's just so good. Oh, that's one of the complaints about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 too. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 has no replay value. You beat that game once and that's it. You don't want to go back to it, which is sad for me to have to admit. Yeah, can you guys please get out of my way? Of course, this goes on the other side.
Attack them.
Why would they make this easy for me? Oh no, leave me alone. Stop. Stop. You see I'm in the middle of something. Woman. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's break this thing. Excuse me. Excuse me. See I'm in the middle of something.
You cannot defeat the power.
Okay. Oh, but I digress. Heimdall is one of my favorite characters. I think his change in Thor Ragnarok was absolutely brilliant. I love this new design for him. Kind of pissed that they killed him off in Endgame, but they have the whole time travel thing. So I'm pretty sure he's alive and well again, which I'm happy about. Pretty sure the Marvel Cinematic Universe is ended too. They murdered Iron Man. I don't see how they can carry forward without Robert Downey Jr. Which I'm sad to admit, because Iron Man was actually one of the cooler characters in the franchise too. I hear fighting. Poor Doctor Strange over there getting beat up by Shiva. Ah, crap. I just noticed that Heimdall doesn't have any of his powers unlocked. Oops. Probably should have been leveling him up. I'll worry about that later though. Where do we go from here? We just opened something, right? I'm just gonna follow the map. The map has a lot of open areas. Assassin, if I go this way, it'll take me to that door that requires a team to open. Excuse me.
Such are the consequences of challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh yeah, but I drifted again. Idris Elba is absolutely awesome. Perfect pick for Heimdall. I feel like I just went in a circle. Let's do a switch out here for speed's sake. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Where's that weird puzzle that requires like a team to get into? It's gotta be down here somewhere. Where does this take me? Odin's courtyard. That is not where I need to go. Let's go find that puzzle. I swear I passed the puzzle earlier that requires 2 characters to get through. I don't remember activating it. My apologies for the backtracking. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. This is it. Okay. Sweet. Pretty sure this is activatable now. Great. No, this isn't going to work. We need to get the teammate to each button and activate them at the same time. Okay, let's murder these characters real quick. Clearly they're here to fight.
At least make it a challenge for me.
This is another thing I love about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1. You have complete control of the freaking camera. I can zoom it in, toggle it as much as I like. As you can see, I can see the full detail of the characters while I play. It's leaps and bounds above Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Okay, I'm so glad I figured out where to go from here. I'm so confused. I get confused a lot playing this, admittedly. I learned a lot of new stuff while playing this too. No matter how many times I replay this, I always learn something, like a shortcut or a secret. Graphically, this is what we should have gotten for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Characters that have the same likeness as the movies.
Right now, you got much bigger worries than the living icicle here.
Yeah, there's the little matter of you getting stomped flat.
But we're ready for you this time.
And make no mistake, we ain't gonna take you prisoner, cause there ain't gonna be enough of you left to put in a thimble.
As I was saying, this is what Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 should have looked like. The characters, you should have at least had an option to make the characters have the same likeness as their respective actors from the movies. Given that not only does it look cool, but it's familiar. And it just makes sense. Also, they should have focused more on graphics, and they shouldn't have put in the game on Switch. This should have been released on PS4 or anything but the Switch system, given that Switch does not have the capability or power to produce a game graphically that should be on a level that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 should have been. I want to say that's personal opinion, but that's not personal opinion, that is fact. The Switch system is not a good system in regards to graphics. It's only good for sharing and or playing with other people, and that's not the most outstanding or what made the Marvel Ultimate Alliance universe or franchise so popular. In regards to my mods, you'll notice I've obliterated them already, of course, but you'll notice I switched out the models for Shocker and Rhino. There are far more detailed variations of their models, and I believe these models are actually ripped from Marvel Heroes. Let's figure out how to get Heimdall. Okay, cage. I'm guessing these are mirrors. Okay, so we gotta find out how to lift these cages, I'm guessing. Or texting, rather. Okay, too easy. It's crazy. Heimdall is saving Heimdall. Okay, this seems to have freed up one of the mirrors. Okay, they're basically saying, hey, this is what you have to do.
For Asgard!
Screw it, let's have Thor free his buddy Heimdall. Yeah, as for the roster, this is an honest mistake having two Heimdalls in a story, but we could use time travel as an excuse and just say this is a different variation of Heimdall that traveled to save himself, I guess, or something to that level. I tend to usually try to stray away from repeating characters that are used as NPCs in my roster. Alright, I'm guessing, yeah, I have to do this 4 times. There's 4 separate cages that I have to lift. I'm willing to bet money that is really specific to when you control the mirrors. I'm guessing those are mirrors. Yeah, they're great. The mirrors are free. Now we have to activate them. Okay. So of course an educated guy. Yeah, it's linear. So they're gonna make me do it in a sequence. Thank you. Alright. Cool. There you go, buddy. It worked. The first layer of ice is melting off Heimdall. Sweet. What's next? Okay, we're gonna fly. So get around faster. Cool. I figured it goes in order. There you go. There you go there, pal. Oh! Let me show ya. Let me show ya. Let me show ya. Let me show you something. Oops. You just break the mirror. It'd be so funny. Okay, one more. I can't even see Heimdall. It's just light. Alright, last one. Let's free our buddy here. See which model I used. I have no idea what model I used for this. Of course, the Marvel Heroes model. Okay.
Thank you, my friends. I owe you my life. Loki, the god of mischief, played his ultimate trick. He has betrayed all of Asgard, and for that, he will pay dearly. My horn was taken from me. Would you be willing to locate it? Thank you. I will await your return with my horn.
Okay, so we have to find Heimdall's horn. I'm pretty sure it's close, actually. I should be able to knock this out in a couple minutes. But we are reaching the 30-minute mark, and I try to restrict my videos to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna try my best to run through and get this guy's horn back to him, and then I'm pretty sure he's gonna provide us with a portal to get back home, and then I'll end the video there. So this video will be a little longer than 30 minutes. just slightly though.
Destroy them.
I don't think I have to kill them to get to the horn. I'm just gonna overlook them for now. I predict this video is gonna be like 31, maybe 32 minutes long. Thank God for flight.
Consequences of challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay, I got the horn. We've located Heimdall's horn. Let's get back to him. Okay, let's go. Of course, they give me the bridge when I get the freaking horn. What's the point of this? Whatever. If I flew to the horn and I didn't fight any enemies at the horn, what's the point of giving me that bridge? I could just fly back, right? I don't know, it's just me. Okay, let's get back to Heimdall. Give this guy his horn back. Here you go, guy. I think he's over here. Yeah. Here you go.
Praise Odin. You've located my horn. Now I will give those villains the full measure of my fury. But first, I would repay you for your courage. Here is a portal that will take you back to Baldur. You had best work quickly then, for I may very well free all of Asgard on my own. Good luck to you, and fare thee well.
Okay, awesome. So we've completed. That's a full 30 minutes. Actually, it's like 31 minutes. But yeah, we'll be continuing with part 17. As soon as I hit this portal, I'm going to end the video, and we'll move forward from this point. I'm pretty sure I have to go to the Hall of Heroes or whatever that weird hall is in Asgard, and that's going to take up a big chunk of time. So it'll be a lot of incredible voice acting we'll be listening to, and of course seeing the models that I've replaced. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.